Hi guys, this is Jamie McCullough with Pathway to Liberty, teaching America's principles of liberty to the generations. This is the start of our Language of Liberty series. During this series, we're going to highlight specific words of liberty like liberty, republic, democracy, consent, and property in order to better understand what our founders intended and what they meant when they were writing our founding documents. Words matter. Words communicate ideas. To hold true to liberty, we have to hold true to the meanings of words from generation to generation. We have a lot of fuzzy language. For instance, I can say that I love my boys, I love the United States, I love dark chocolate, and it's generally understood that I mean different things when I use the word love within these contexts. I love my boys. I love them in an unconditional, primitive way where I would give my life for them. I love the United States in a deep, abiding gratefulness for the opportunities it has given me. And I love dark chocolate because it releases endorphins. But I am not going to spend my life teaching others about dark chocolate, and I'm not going to jump in front of a freight train to save dark chocolate. But I'm using the same word in many different forms. And that's understood. But when we're talking about liberty and communicating clear and precisely so that we are not confused or miscommunicate, the language is very important. And in order to master any subject, you have to master the vocabulary of that subject. This summer I was developing my website, and I called tech support because I had some questions, and it was like they were speaking Greek. They were using words like SEO and bandwidth and HTML, and I was completely confused and I had no idea what it was I needed to do. So I wrote down a lot of the terminology and had to go look up the words so the next time I called tech support, I could understand what it was they were saying to me. And once I began to master some of the foundational vocabulary words in technology, I was better able to communicate and to understand what it was they were saying to me. And so it's no different with liberty or other subjects. We need to understand what it is the words mean in order to preserve and communicate and advance liberty. Fathers understood this as well. We broke from Great Britain and became independent. They understood that we had a very distinct philosophy of American government, and there was a need for us to secure a language of liberty in order to preserve our form of government. So Noah Webster is considered the father of American scholarship and education. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence, a schoolmaster, a lawyer, an editor of a newspaper, and an outspoken politician. He would counsel with Washington and Jefferson and Adams and was very integral in the foundations of our nation. So he began the Noah Webster 1828 in 1807, and he mastered 26 languages: Anglo-Saxon, Greek, Hebrew, Latin. I'm going to read to you a quote from page 8 in The Chain of Liberty. Noah Webster recognized that each generation is subject to the distortion of its language through the lack of education and misuse of words. He states, "The authority of individuals is always liable to be called into question, but the unanimous consent of a nation and a fixed principle interwoven with the very construction of a language are like the common laws of the land. They are forced to be acknowledged and reasoned from, and to which most understood men will readily agree. Diversity of expression is always to be balanced with the constancy of a fixed principle." And so our word for the day is perspicuity. And perspicuity is to use the perfect word to communicate a precise idea. And as we grow our language of liberty together, we can be perspicacious and we can discern if people are using the correct vocabulary, like our politicians and our newscasters. Are they using the appropriate word to communicate our form of government, or are they miscommunicating maybe? So if you enjoyed this or found this of value, please like us, Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Share with other people. Our pathwaytoliberty.com website has a Power to the People newsletter where we put out articles and videos to help maintain and advance liberty. And remember, liberty is our heritage.